In Game 3, Atlanta Braves pitcher John Smoke got rocked early, giving up 2 homers, one in the 3rd and another in the 4th. And then in the 8th, Cleveland's Paul Sorrento hit a 2-run shot to blow the game open. Now down 2-1, the Braves pitcher Steve Avery takes the mound in hopes to slow down the Indians. But Cleveland's been blasting homers, and it will be a tall task. Game 4 is next, right here on Slash Deep Gaming Channel. The mound for the Cleveland Indians tonight is Ken Hill. And due up to bat is Marquise Grissom, Luis Polonia, and Chipper Jones.
The center fielder,
So Grissom's up.
Grissom.
He rolls a 998. Will be a hard grounder to shortstop.
Coming to
Luis
bat.
Polonia up
The
now.
left fielder, Luis Polonia.
Rolls 988 against a lefty on the pitcher card. A hard grounder to second base. That brings up now Chipper
Third
Jones.
base, Chipper Jones.
187, and that is going to be a home run. A big shot by Chipper Jones out to right field. That brings up McGriff now.
Fred McGriff.
McGriff rolls a 523. That's going to come off the pitcher's card versus a lefty. And that's going to be a wild pitch past ball. Alright, so bases are empty. So we got to get the park. Let's see what their park is. Foul territory. And there's this small 2-die. Roll at 67. Small under 67 will be foul ball. McGriff gets another shot at it. This time he rolls a 992. That's going to be off the pitcher card versus a lefty. That would be a hard grounder to second base for the 3rd out. Bottom of the 1st. Steve Avery on the mound for the Atlanta Braves. Due up for Cleveland is Kenny Lofton, Omar Vizquel, and Carlos Borrega. That brings up Lofton first.
Kenny Lofton.
And he's got a 69 off his card versus a lefty. Liner to second base for the 1st out.
Coming to bat.
Omar Vizquel up now.
Omar Vizquel.
576 infielder range. He's a righty, right spray hitter. So we got to roll to see who that. We roll a 45. That's going to be up the middle to the second baseman. So we come up here, up the middle. Let's get the second baseman's range. Let's see, that will be Mark Lemke. Mark Lemke's range is a AA. So let's roll on the chart. AA you would think would just be an out. We get a 68. That's going to be a lunging grab. And the key said fielder makes lunging grab of sharply hit ball off balance. Throw is just in time. Batter out at first.
Coming to bat.
Carlos Borrega up now.
Carlos Borrega.
He rolls at 851. Will be a deep fly. Let's see, his power against a lefty is fair, I believe. FR means. So let's go to that. Go to deep fly. So he'll be a right spray hitter. Let's roll a die. Then he rolls a 0. Right spray will be LFL. And it has quotations. Ball headed down. It's headed down the foul line. Left field line. Roll 2 dice. Roll the 2 die. We roll a 66. That's going to be in the B range. If the number is 31 and 99, ball stays fair. Continue on the deep fly chart. So it's down the left field line. His power again was fair. So we go over to the fair. Let's roll the 2 die. He rolls a 22. That's going to be long fly ball for a catch. And that will be the 3rd out. Top of the 2nd now. Due up is David Justice, Ryan Klesko, and Javi Lopez.
Coming to bat.
All right.
The right fielder, David Justice.
David gets a 729 off the pitcher card versus a lefty. That's going to be a slow grounder to shortstop for the 1st out. 6-3 put out. Ryan Klesko up now.
Ryan Klesko.
256. This will be a routine grounder to first base. Javi Lopez now.
Javi Lopez.
785. Deep fly. Let's go to that chart again. Let's see, against a righty, he has excellent power. He has excellent. Let's roll on there. Rolls a 8. He's a right spread hitter. Let's go into RC. RC is a center fielder. Let's go to the deep fly chart. See where it's going now. He has excellent power. Go over here. Roll 2 die. And he rolls a 4. It's a 2. So it'll be right center. Let's go to the fence. Let's go to the parks. Right center on there. It has no win. It'll be a 14. He only rolled a 2 because he rolled a 4 on excellent. He rolled a 2. So that's lesser, is less than the wall test. The ball is caught on the warning track. Let's go to the warning track symbol. And the warning track symbol says batter is out. And if there's people, runners on base that could advance if they wanted to. So he hits a deep fly out to right center. The center fielder catches it on the warning track for the 3rd out. Bottom of the 2nd, due up is Albert Bell, Eddie Murray, and Manny Ramirez.
The left fielder.
Albert Bell now.
Bell.
Rolls 700. That's going to be a slow grounder to second base. 4-3 put out on Albert Bell for the 1st out. Eddie Murray due up. He rolls a 54 against a lefty on his card. That's going to be an E. We're on the error location. Let's roll. Get a 2. It's going to be on the catcher. Let's see the catcher's, that's Javi Lopez. His error is a 6. Go down to the error on the catcher and a 6. Roll 2 die. Rolls a 71. That's going to be a FO. Foul out. Runners hold. Okay, so Eddie Murray fouls out to the catcher. And that's going to bring up now Manny Ramirez. That's going to be a 38 E. Let's roll for it. See who it is. We get a 3. That's going to be the first baseman. Let's go see what Fred McGriff's error rating is. A 9. He gets a 21. And that will be a routine grounder to Fred McGriff for the easy out at first, unassisted. And 1, 2, 3 again. And after 2 now, it is 1-0 Atlanta. Top of the 3rd, due up is Mark Lemke, Rafael Belliard, and Marquise Grissom for Atlanta. Hey, Lemke ready. We get a 673, and that will be a slow grounder to second base for a 4-3 put out. Brings up Belliard now.
Rafael Belliard.
321, and that's going to be a routine grounder to shortstop. And we go back up to Grissom now. And it rolls a 57. That will be on the E chart. Let's roll a dice, see who it is, and get a 0. That's going to be E exclamation, so that comes over to the error wild play chart. Roll 2 dice and refer to this section. Rolls a 86. And we have no win or light win, it says here. So the no win, it says outfielder makes easy catch of a high fly ball. And you determine the outfielder. We'll roll 1 die. And we get a 6. So the center fielder makes the grab for an easy high fly pop out to center field. And Marquise Grissom is out. And that is the 3rd out here in the top of the 3rd. Due up for Cleveland is Herbert Perry, Alvaro Espinoza, and Sandy Alomar. All right, Herbert Perry ready there. Rolls a 725 off the pitcher's card. That's a righty. That's going to be a slow grounder to third base. We've got Alvaro Espinoza. Rolls a 57. That's going to be an E. Let's see who the fielder is. A 5. That's going to be a third baseman. Chipper Jones' E rating is a 4. Roll a die, or 2 die. And we roll a 14. And that is going to be a great dive and stop. But fielder gets up and throws wildly. First base +1. Batter credited with a single. Batter and all runners advance a base on the error. That brings up Sandy Alomar now with a guy on second. 1 out. 398. That's going to be a routine grounder to shortstop. Man on second. Batter out at first on a ball hit to the right side. Runner to third. 398. Against a lefty. Was a to shortstop. So the runner's going to stay. So it's going to be a 6-3 put out. And the runner stays at second for the second out. That's going to bring up Lofton now with 2 down. He rolls a 708. That's going to be a slow grounder to first base. McGriff picks it up and touches the base for the third out. After 3, still 1-0 Atlanta. Top of the 4th, Luis Polonia due up, Chipper Jones, and Fred McGriff.
Coming to bat. The left fielder.
Polonia rolls a 88. Ground ball single to center field to bring it up Chipper Jones. We've been throwing a lot of errors this series.
Chipper Jones.
And we get a 541. That's going to be an outfielder range. Let's roll. We get a 67. That's going to be into the gap, LC. And LC is center fielder will field the ball into the gap. We got to find out the center fielder's range, who will be Kenny Lofton. His range is a C. Roll on that chart, row 2 die. Roll a 22. Kenny Lofton makes a diving catch. Fred McGriff. 652. That's going to be a line in single to center field. Polonia is going to move over. And I believe Polonia doesn't have much speed. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's only got a 3. Okay, that brings up David Justice now. 452 off his card against a righty. That's going to be a high fly to center field. Runners hold. And that's going to bring up Klesko now. 2. That's going to be an exclamation. Let's go to the chart. Oh, it's a wild play. So we're going to be on the error wild play chart. Let's roll 2 die. Rolls 11. 2 out or no runner on. First batter hits hard grounder to second base. We do have 2 out. Okay, so it's going to be a hard grounder to second base for the third out. Well, Klesko hits into a 4-3 and leaves 2 runners stranded here in the top of the 4th. All right, bottom of the 4th, due up. Homer Vizquel, Carlos Barrega, Albert Bell. Vizquel steps in. 470. That'll be a high fly to center field for the first out. Carlos Barrega up now. Rolls a 475. Going to be another high fly to center field. Albert Bell now. 519. Be a wild pitch pass ball. Right here. Roll 2 dice for the foul territory. So it's a small. Roll 66. That's going to be a foul ball. Albert Bell's ready again. It's going to be a 958. And that will be a strikeout. 1, 2, 3 for Avery this inning. And we go to the 5th with Atlanta leading 1-0. Top of the 5th. Due up for Atlanta is Javi Lopez, Mark Lemke, Rafael Belliard. Lopez steps in. Rolls a 286. Long fly to center field. Lofton's under it for the easy catch. Mark Lemke now. Rolls 190. Liner for a single into left field. Brings up Belliard now. Rolls 596. Low grounder to shortstop with a man on first. If the runner has a rating greater than 2, batter is out at first. So let's go see what Lemke has. He has a 3, so he'll make it to second. And Belliard will be out on a 6-3 put out. And he is 0 for 2 today. 983. That'll be a hard grounder to shortstop for the third out. And that is the end of the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th now. Due up for the Indians. Eddie Murray, Manny Ramirez, Herbert Perry. Eddie Murray steps in. 902 BAK. Manny Ramirez up now. 0 for 1 on the day. 418. That'll be a strikeout. Herb Perry now. 258. Be a home run by Herb Perry out to the right field fence. And it's gone. And this will tie the game up 1-1 with 2 solo shots in this game. Brings up Alvaro Espinoza. He rolls a 363 against a lefty. Routine grounder to shortstop for a 6-3 putout. And Herb Perry hits that solo shot to tie the game up here, 1-1 in the 5th inning. Top of the 6th, due up for Atlanta, Luis Polonia, Chipper Jones, Fred McGriff. Polonia steps in, goes a 339, double to left field. LFW, let's go see what LFW means. I think it only happens if there's a base runner on first, see below. So he gets a double off hill. Atlanta has a runner in scoring position here in the top of the 6th. Brings up Chipper Jones now.
Chipper Jones.
He hit a homer in the 1st, and he flew out in the 4th. He rolls a 900 based on balls. So man on first and second now. Fred McGriff, no out. Man on first and second. Rolls at 845. Double LCF. Let's go see what that is. And that will be the center fielder. And his run rate in 3 through 7, he will score if there's a runner on first. Runner on second and third score. McGriff is going to hit a double. Polonia is going to come home. Chipper Jones now is on its way to third. And we have to see LCF. He needs a 3 through 7. Chipper Jones, let's go see. His run is a 3, and he will score for a 2-run double by Fred McGriff to put Atlanta up 3-1 now. Brings David Justice up now. He's 0 for 2. 346. Be a strikeout for the first out. Ryan Klesko up now.
Ryan Klesko.
781. Be a slow grounder to third base.
Coming to bat.
Javi Lopez now.
Javi Lopez.
588 will be an infielder range. Lopez is a righty, so he'll be a right spray hitter. Let's roll 2 die. Rolls a 61. Up the middle to the shortstop. It's going to be Vizquel. His range is a B. Roll the 2 die. And we get us a 9. And it's going to be a close play. We're going to go. We'll have to look at the A section of it. 1, it says if the number is greater or equal to batter's base run rating, the throw is just in time. So we got to roll a die. 2, if 2 is greater or equal to the batter's base run rating, the throw is just in time. Okay, let's go look at Lemke. So Lemke, hold on, this is Javi Lopez. His run rating is a 1. 6-3 out for the third out on Javi Lopez to end the inning. But not till Fred McGriff brings in 2 runs on a double to put Atlanta up 3-1 here in the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, due up is Sandy Alomar, Kenny Lofton, Omar Vizquel. Alomar steps in. Goes a 558. That's going to be infielder range. Go down the right spray. Let's roll the die. 64. Up the middle to the shortstop. Belliard. His range is a 2 die. Rolls a 20. That's going to be a close play. They're empty. We got to roll a die again. Rolls a 3. If 3 is greater than the batter's base running, he will be out. Let's go look at Alomar. I think he's slow, and he has a 0, so he will be out on a 6-3 put out. That brings Kenny Lofton back up now with 1 down. 291. That will be a base on balls. Omar Vizquel, who's 0 for 2 today. 427. That will be a pop up to second base. Carlos Barrega up now. Rolls a 29. That's going to be on the E. Let's roll. We roll a 9. That's going to be on the right fielder. Will be David Justice. His error is a 6. 2 die. 21. That's going to be a high fly ball to right field. Justice makes the catch. And after 6 innings, it is 3-1. Atlanta Braves. For the 7th, due up is Mark Lemke, Rafael Belliard, and Marquise Grissom. Ken Hill's still out there. This is his last inning here. His fatigue is 7. But if he gives up a run, they'll probably end up pulling him. He's up the bat.
Mark Lemke.
7-14. That would be a slow grounder to shortstop. Rafael Belliard steps in.
Rafael Belliard.
Rolls 683. That'll be a slow grounder to second base. Brings up Grissom now.
Coming to bat. The center field.
Grissom is 0 for 3.
Grissom.
He's 453. High fly to center field for the third out. So Hill escapes that inning, and I believe he will be done. They're going to pull him. So he's out of that inning. He's going to get pulled, and Paul Assemacher will be in next, pitching for Atlanta. That coming up the bat will be Albert Bell, Eddie Murray, and Manny Ramirez. And still on the hill for the Atlanta Braves is Steve Avery. He has a fatigue rating of 6. And this will be his 7th inning, so his ratings will drop this inning. All right, Albert Bell in. He rolls a 340. Base on balls for Albert Bell's on. Bringing up Eddie Murray now, who's 0 for 2. 143. That's going to be a hard grounder to second base. This is probably going to be a double play with a man on first. Double play, runner out second, batter out at first. And that brings up Manny Ramirez now.
Manny Ramirez.
And that's going to be a 656. That will be a line and single to center field. That brings up Herbert Perry, who blasted a homer in the 5th inning. Can he do it again? 790. We're going to go down one. That's still going to stay in his double to right center field. Double RCF. They would score. Not double RCF. Center field. He's a 3 through 7. He can score. He's on first. 3 through 7. Let's see if Manny Ramirez has that. He only has a 2, so he will not score. So it will be a double for Herb Perry. The Braves are going to make a switch here. That's going to bring in Greg McMichael to get this third out. Espinoza up to bat. 619. It's going to be a high fly to center field for the third out. And after 7, it is 3-1 Atlanta Braves. Top of the 8th. Due up is Luis Polonia, Chipper Jones, and Fred McGriff. And Paul Assemacher's in pitching now for Cleveland Indians. 766. That's going to be a strikeout. Brings up Chipper Jones now.
Chipper Jones.
703. That'll be a high fly to left field. Bringing up Fred McGriff now.
Fred McGriff.
758. Another strikeout. 1-2-3. Atlanta goes down at the top of the 8th. Still 3-1. Bottom of the 8th. Due up for Cleveland Indians is Sammy Alomar, Kenny Lofton, Omar Vizquel, and Greg McMichael's still in there. So we're going to take him out. We're going to bring in Mark Wohlers. Alomar stepping in there, rolls a 924. Will be AK. Going to bring up Lofton now. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. 638. That's going to be a slow grounder to shortstop. Omar Vizquel's up.
Omar Vizquel.
979 is a hard grounder to second base. And after 8, 3-1, Atlanta Braves. Top of the 9th. Due up for Atlanta, David Justice, Ryan Klesko, Javi Lopez. And on the mound for the Indians, reliever Julian Tavares. David Justice steps in. He rolls a 34. It's going to be an E. Roll 1 die, we get a 0. That's going to be E. Wild play chart over here, so we got to roll 2 die. We roll a 57. That's going to be night game. Home team in the field. Yes, they are. Roll 2 die. We roll a 92, and it says B. The fielder, if the number is 51 through 99, outfielder battles lights on high fly ball but makes the catch. And it's got an asterisk mark. What is the asterisk to determine the outfielder? High fly ball to right field. Klesko ready to go now. 577. That'll be an IFR, infielder range. Infielder range, so we gotta see what Klesko is a lefty. So he'll be a left spray hitter. Left spray hitter, let's roll 2 die. 64, that'll be up the middle to the shortstop. And the shortstop's error, that by skill. Yes it is. He's got a 10 up the middle. His range is a B. So we'll be looking at the B. We'll roll 2 die. And we roll a 9. That's going to be a close play. It's empty. So we got to roll 1 die. And we roll a 6. If the number is greater or equal to the batter's base run and the throw is just in time, runner is out. So I would imagine that Klesko is slow, 0. So that is going to be an out. So it'll be a 6-3 put out on Klesko for 2 down. That brings up Javi Lopez now. 6-18. That's going to be a slow grounder to second base for the 3rd out here in the 9th. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Due up, Carlos Barrega, Albert Bell, and Eddie Murray. They're going to take Wohlers out. And that's going to bring in Pedro Borden. Let's see, Carlos Barrega's up now. Pedro Borden's in. Barrega is 0 for 3. 314 off base on balls. Indians got a runner on now. It's up to Albert Bell now. He is 1 for 3. Rolls a 925. Another base on balls. 2 guys on now, no outs. Eddie Murray up now.
Eddie Murray.
909. Another base on balls. That's going to load them up. They're going to take Borden out. Let's see who they got available. So Alejandro Pena comes in now. A tough situation, no outs. With bases loaded. Taking on Manny Ramirez.
Coming back. A right fielder. Manny Ramirez.
That's going to be a 437 off his card versus a righty. That's going to be a double down the right field line. And this game has just got tied up. Let's see if they can win it with the RFL. So he gets a double. That's going to bring in Carlos Barrega. Albert Bell's going to come in. Eddie Murray slow. Will they chance it and send them with no outs? Double RFL. Let's go to the chart. Runner on first, see below. RFL 2 through 7. He takes 2 places plus a choice. But I don't think he has that speed. Yeah, he has a 1. So he's going to hold up. No outs. Herb Perry up. No outs. Man on 3rd and 2nd. Can he bring in the winning run? They're going to bring the infield in because there's no outs. He rolls a 130 versus a righty. 130 is a hard grounder to shortstop. Let's go see what that says for infield in. That could get past them. We got a man on 2nd and 3rd. Batter out at 1st, 2nd and 3rd. Let's go here. We gotta go to 2nd and 3rd. Batter out at 1st, same as 3rd. See special rules below for infield in. Any infielder who's playing in must resolve hard grounder as follows. Roll 2 dice. Alright, infield in. Let's roll the 2 die. This could make or break the game here. Rolls a 53. That's going to be a hard grounder. Runner on 3rd base holds. Other runners advance to an empty base. There ain't any. Batter out at 1st with bases loaded. Runner out at home. And batter out at 1st unless greater than this. So the runners hold. And Herb Perry hits into a 6-3 for the 1st out with the infield in. That's Espinoza now to bat. They're still going to play the infield in. Rolled a 98. That's going to be a grounder to center field, single to center field. And that is going to end the game. What a comeback. That's going to score Eddie Murray for the 4th run to make it 4-3 in the bottom of the 9th. So after game 4 now, Cleveland is now up 3-1. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.